Right back into it, part 4, horse dealer's daughter. I'm still on the pond. Maybe I should have gone into the hearth by now. Actually, it's not bad out here in the sunshine. So, we get comfortable. Things that happen to us when we're young, 14 years old. It's what's normal to us. It's what we crave. And she's had this deep rejection of her mother's death. Now, her mother didn't kill herself. Her mother died probably of natural causes. Life expectancy then was low and all over the world. But it's a rejection. It's a rejection. And we get to a point where we crave rejection. Sometimes we're very cruel to people we love, right? Sometimes people who love us almost want us to reject them. It's a craving for rejection. Yes, I know it's completely illogical. We're not talking logic here. We're talking deep human emotions, deep human drives. So, and my hair smells horrible. And I'm so awful, I'm so awful. Oh no, I'm so awful. And she broke into a bitter, heartbroken sob. You can't want to love me. I'm horrible. Yes, this is very dramatic. It's very sad, but I don't want you to I want you to have sympathy for her here. I want you to understand that these are not healthy feelings. But she's craving love and then craving rejection, right? She's craving love and then craving rejection, like she craved her mother's love and then she got rejected when her mother died, rejected when her father remarried. And it's almost like she wants to recreate these feelings from her childhood. That's a pretty sound psychological fact. Fact's probably not quite the right word there, that we crave certain things that happened to us in our childhood. That's why childhood trauma always needs to be looked into to understand who we are as adults. Don't be silly, he said, trying to comfort her, kissing her, holding her in his arms. I want you, I want to marry you, we're going to be married quickly, tomorrow if I can. All right, side note, people, if anybody ever proposes to you this way, I want to marry you, we're going to be married quickly, tomorrow if I can, the answer is, buddy, hold the phone, okay? So just for the record, that's not how you want to be proposed to or proposed to someone. But she only sobbed terribly. I mean, he's just so desperate. He's trying to say anything. I feel awful. I feel awful. I feel I'm horrible to you. No, I want you, was all he answered blindly with that terrible intonation which frightened her. Which frightened her almost more than the horror lest he should not want her. She's more scared of him wanting her than she is of losing him. She expects loss. She craves loss because she grew up with serious loss trauma. She craves abandonment, right? This man loves me, now he can't love me. She just keeps saying that over and over, and he's trying to convince her over and over. I don't know what the future holds for Mabel here, right? She lost her mom. She lost her dad to a stepmom. She lost her dad again when he died. The family lost their money. But even then, she held the house together, right? She cooked. She made money go as far as it could. Now she's losing the farm. So Mabel has had 5 major losses in her life. Big ones. Mother at age 14. Father remarries. Loses him. Mother gets replaced when she sort of had replaced the mom. Loses the dad when he dies. Loss of the family money, and now the loss of the farm and whatever these horrible brothers that she still has. So Mabel has been raised to accept loss as a normalcy, not love as a normalcy. And she is someone who's going to set up, probably, I don't know, she needs serious psychological help. I don't know what the future holds for Mabel, but she is someone who craves and expects loss, because that's what her life has been the story of. From a very, you're better off, this sounds horrible, but you're better off losing a parent when you're 3 than when you're 14, just because of the effects that it has on you. It's a very sad story. I don't think that Mabel's going to live happily ever after. I think if she and the doctor do persist in a relationship, it's going to be very tumultuous. One day she's going to say, I can't live without you. And then she's going to wholly expect him to dump her and want him to dump her and claim that she's horrible. You know, maybe some of you recognize this from yourselves, from others, from soap operas, from movies, but love is not logical. The intense, deep feelings that we see in this story are not logical. They come from deep psychological needs, and her biggest psychological need, based on her unresolved mourning, this whole series of losses, and her not having mourned them, M-O-U-R-N-E-D, mourned them properly. This unresolved mourning has certainly led to a bona fide suicide attempt and a craving of rejection. So that would be a good question for our next essay exam 2. Why does Mabel, what pattern in Mabel's life has led her to suicide, and then desperately seeking love, and then expecting rejection? And I think we just outlined that for you. So it was good spending time with you outside today a little bit. I hope you guys get out once in a while, right? For a walk, for a run, something. It's good to just get some fresh air. I try to do it every day, at least a little bit, and it's very important if it's not happening sort of just naturally. So be well, take care of yourselves out there, and thanks for listening.